Hi, boys and girls. I'm in my kitchen because I need a little more space today. And in my kitchen, I have a nice big island, a countertop. And what we're doing in my kitchen today is not art, but we're going to do art tomorrow. But we're going to do some patterns with the apples. Okay, it's going to be lots of fun. So you're going to need this paper if you want to go look for that now. It's in your black folder. It's a whole bunch of apples, rows of apples, and they're not colored, but you will be coloring them. So I hope you didn't go ahead and do this because you may have just colored them all red. What this page is all about is patterns. And you guys had a lot of practice with patterns the first few weeks of school because we gave you lots of activities. You made patterns with your cubes and the cubes and the counters and lots of different things. Lots of seesaw activities we did with patterns, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I brought all my apples here and I actually had to go buy some more because the other day I ate one. I cut one open to do that story and I thought, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now I don't have enough. I went and bought a few more, okay? And I'm gonna start out with a simple A-B pattern. So I'm gonna start with one red and one green. Even though I have 3 colors of apples, I'm not gonna use them yet. Okay, now when you do A-B, it's just 2 colors and then you go back to the first color. Red was A and B is green. Red is A and B is green. And that's all the apples I have, okay? Then you're gonna take this pattern, this paper, and write your name on it, because when you write your name, right now it says Mrs. Jenkins Apple Patterns. So when you write your name, it'll have your name, your apple patterns, okay? Now I went ahead and I brought my crayons out here, and I only brought a red, a green, yellow. I forgot brown, and that's okay. So I could maybe go color the stems later. Or you don't have to color the stems. So I'm gonna color exactly what I did. Okay, so I've got one red and one green. That's my AB. Now I'm not gonna use yellow because this is just an AB pattern. And parents, I do suggest you start out with the AB. There's 3 AB patterns we can do with these colors. And start out with those. You might think, oh, we're gonna do an ABC. But let's make sure they get these first, because for some kids, it's harder than it looks. They'll be coloring and they got the red in their hand, so they'll go red, green, red, green, red, red, red. They just kind of forget about the pattern and they just keep coloring. So you gotta think about it, boys and girls. Don't just color any old color. And I don't wanna see any purple apples. I don't wanna see any orange apples. Just red, green, and then we'll add yellow in a minute. Okay, so here is my red, green pattern. Uh-oh, I just dropped my crayon. Okay, there. Red, green, red, green, red, green, red. Now I use the light green because that's what color the apples are. They're light green. Okay, now what I think I'm gonna do is just put the green back in the basket and I'm gonna substitute with yellow. So now we have red, yellow, red, yellow. I think I would rather put this red at the end and then we can make it yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. So now I need my yellow crayon. Now to speed things up, I'm gonna go ahead and just do all my yellows. So I'm gonna yellow and I'm just gonna wait with that red, yellow, and leave that blank. Right now it's yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, white, but I'm gonna go back and do the reds. So I colored all, this just speeds it up a little bit. I colored all my A's and now I'll go back and do my B's, my reds. And like I said, if you wanna do the stems, you could go ahead and do that afterwards, but you don't have to. The apples are the pattern part, they're the important part. Okay, now we're gonna do one more AB pattern. We've used the red and the green together, we've used the yellow and the red together, but we haven't used green and yellow. So I'm gonna put all these reds back and get the greens out again. Green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. And parents, I do this exact same thing in the classroom. When we have all the apples that the kids brought, the only difference is that the kids bring the apples. I usually don't have to buy any until the tasting day. Sometimes I have to go buy some yellow ones. And we do this first, and then we wash them all before we eat them, of course, okay? So now I'm gonna do green, yellow. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do all my A's. A, B, well now this one's gonna be A, which is green. B will be yellow, but this speeds it up a little bit. So I do all my greens first, and then I'll go back and do the yellows. I color pretty fast, so I know that this for some kids takes a long time. We usually, when the kids in the classroom go to the tables, they have about 15 or 20 minutes. We have kids that only get 1 or 2 rows done, and it's time to switch tables. And then we have other kids who do all of them. It just depends how fast your child is, okay? I would like them to do the whole thing, because then they get a chance to do all the patterns. So now we've got green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green. That's also A, B, A, B, A, B, A. Now I think the next pattern I want to do is the one that's on the calendar right now. Do you remember the one that's on the calendar? We start with red. We have green, yellow. So I have to make some room here. Red, green, yellow. And then I better get my other red, green, yellow. Whoa, that's a long one. I got to use all my apples. So I'm going to color the exact same thing on my paper. I'll hold it up when I'm done. Red. I'll leave that green, yellow. So this is A, B, C. 3 colors, so that's why we call it an ABC. 3 colors, we assign a letter to each color. So all the A's are red, all the B's are green, and all the C's are yellow. But make sure you get them in the right order. Now, parents, the way I'm doing it might be too hard for your kids. They might need to do one at a time, or they'll forget. But we've got some sharp cookies in our class. I can tell. So if they can handle it, they can figure out that shortcut. Okay, let's look at our ABC pattern. Red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, and then back to red. Now I don't have any more apples or we would have continued. Red, green, yellow. Now the last one, I'm just gonna save that and let you guys figure out another one. You could rearrange these. Instead of starting with red, you could go green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow. It's still an ABC pattern, just using different colors. Or you could start with yellow. Yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red. Or if you want, you could go A, B, B. A, B, B. So 2 red, 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 yellow, or 2 green, 2 red, 2 green, 2 red. So I'll just let you guys do a pattern by yourself there. And then I also want to show you if your child is having a hard time, get out your cubes and just get out, take all the rest of them out or separate them. Just get the red, green, yellow, and they could make the same patterns. Let's just do a simple A, B. I know we did a lot of these the first few weeks of school. Okay, this is the TK did a lot of this. It is kind of a preschool TK thing, but it's really good for kindergarten too. Okay, so we've got A, B, A, B, A, B. Whoops, better put a red on this one because we started with red. Okay, so if they build it first and then they lay it down on their paper, then it's easier for them to copy since they don't have all those apples at their house. You know, we could make this an ABC. Let me do that one really fast. Okay, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. This is the pattern we have on the calendar. Let me add one more. Red, green, take this apart. Yellow, this is an awesome ABC pattern, isn't it? Okay, and I like to lay it down like a train. Red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. ABC, ABC, ABC. All our A's are red. All our B's are green. All our C's are yellow. Okay? All right, nice job. Well, have fun doing that page. Make sure you take a picture of it. I want to see it. And tomorrow we're going to do art. Okay? Bye-bye.